Uber in talks to buy GrubHub. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Jermaine, back with another video. This video, I thought I would make a video talking about Uber and GrubHub, this whole deal, and I know that there are a lot of people out there that are upset about this. And I want to make a video and talk about this some. I know there's a lot of people that work in the delivery space and you're totally upset, but let's just talk about this whole merger and if this is a good deal or if this is a bad deal. Let's just go back when Square sold Caviar to DoorDash. Okay, so if we go back August the 1st, 2019, Square sells food delivery service Caviar to DoorDash for $410 million, okay? Caviar is gone. There was just one smaller player that's gone, and it's part of another platform, which is DoorDash. So DoorDash grew and got even bigger. But what it was is it's one more carrier in the delivery space that is gone. Okay, so now we have Uber and GrubHub. Now, Uber and GrubHub are both two big companies. Uber has, Uber Eats, but it also has all of its other businesses behind it. GrubHub is the largest food delivery platform, and GrubHub they've got some pretty good market share. Let's check out the market share on both of these companies here. Okay, so here, if we look at GrubHub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Postmates. Now, I really like this chart because this chart gives us a lot of information. A lot of information. Let's just go over this really fast. So if we look at the New York City market, this is the largest market for food delivery, the largest market by far. GrubHub dominates the New York City market. Like literally dominates. 62% of the market here is GrubHub. Then we look at DoorDash, they're about 17%. We look at Uber Eats, it's about 17%. We look at Postmates, it doesn't even say a percentage for Postmates. So that looks like it's about 4% or 3% for Postmates. Now, whenever I talk to people in New York, like when I talk to my homie Alex, because he's very upset about this whole merger deal, and I was just telling him, hey, I don't think it's going to be so bad. And when I was telling him about this whole merger deal, I was telling him, like, it's not going to be so bad because when Caviar sold Square to DoorDash, DoorDash kept Caviar and DoorDash separate. So they're two different apps. When DoorDash acquired Caviar, I was very upset because I thought that they would merge the two and they would just get rid of the Caviar app. No, they did not do that. They just let them be separate companies because Caviar has its clientele. Caviar also has its carriers, and DoorDash has its clientele, and it also has its carriers. And now these two are not competing. They're not, well, they are competing, but they're competing against each other, which is kind of good because the money still goes to DoorDash. So I guess it's good for DoorDash. So things didn't really change that much when DoorDash acquired Caviar. Things didn't really change that much at all. The emails changed a little bit. Like you would see DoorDash on the bottom of the email, but everything else was the same. So when I talk to people in New York, a lot of people in New York say that Caviar is dead. It's just not as busy as it once was. A lot of people say that GrubHub is the one to go to. It's the one to go to. People say that Uber Eats is not that poppin'. They say, yeah, you can make money with Uber Eats, but you want to go with GrubHub or you want to go with DoorDash, they say. And if you look at the numbers, GrubHub is looking really good here. It's looking really good. And Postmates, I don't know who does Postmates in New York. Like I haven't heard of anyone doing Postmates for some time. And if we go down and look at Los Angeles, kind of interesting. Los Angeles, Postmates dominates Los Angeles. It literally dominates Los Angeles. I don't know how that is. Maybe it's just because Los Angeles is set up differently. Maybe people just want other things ordered because on Postmates you can get other things ordered versus GrubHub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. GrubHub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats, you can only order things from places that are on those apps. However, with Postmates, if you want someone to go and get you a water hose from Home Depot, You can get someone on Postmates to go get you a water hose from Home Depot. Like, you can get like really detail, you know? So that's my only guess. Maybe that's why LA has a large percentage with Postmates. Maybe they're doing some different business down in LA that they're not doing in other parts of the country. That's just a guess I'm going to throw out there. Then we're just going to look at some of these other markets. GrubHub is basically dominating like all of these markets for the most part. Well, not necessarily all of these markets, but they have a really nice market share. Really nice market share in these big cities, you know? This is looking really, really good. Boston, Philadelphia, DC, Chicago. Yeah, so that's looking really good. So now, could Uber just go out and buy GrubHub? Like how does that work? Like, how does one company go buys another company? So I thought we should just go over to Uber and let's go look at Uber's balance sheet. So as of today, Uber's stock price is down. It's at $31.94. Yesterday, if you were watching GrubHub, oh my gosh, GrubHub, their stock price at one point in time yesterday, I believe it was up 35% for the day. But then I believe it closed at like 25% for the day for yesterday, which was insane for GrubHub. But let's just look at Uber here and let's just look at their balance sheet. Now, if you want to know like things about a company, like how much cash they have and stuff like that, what you want to do is just go look at their balance sheet. So you could just go to the stock ticker, type in like, you know, Uber, ticker symbol, and then from the Uber ticker symbol, you can just look at the money that they have available, and it says cash here, and this is $10,972,000,000 in cash that Uber has. So I think Uber is okay. I think Uber could easily scoop up this company, and it won't be a big problem. How much is GrubHub going? That's a really, really good question. Want to go over to GrubHub, check out their stock ticker, and then you just want to look at the market cap. And GrubHub's market cap as of now is $5.5 billion. Now remember, before I showed you that Uber had close to $11 billion in cash. Uber could easily scoop up GrubHub and they can just have another company just under their belt. And if Uber did this, I wouldn't imagine that they would just pay cash. I would imagine that they would maybe they would pay like $2 billion in cash and they would finance the rest. Who knows if Uber would pay $5.5 billion? Maybe Uber would pay $5 billion for the company. Maybe Uber would pay $6 billion for the company. Maybe Uber would do like a half cash deal, a half cash, and then they'll take out some debt to help pay for this company here. And if Uber, if Uber does go through and acquire GrubHub, Uber will be the dominant food delivery player. And it's kind of interesting that this would happen right during the Rona, because right before the Rona happened, Uber's rideshare business was becoming profitable. Like, it was finally becoming profitable, and then all of a sudden, this came out of the blue, and it's just like people are stuck at home, people are just ordering food, and this is just the new normal. Like, this is how we're getting around now, and this is kind of lame. So what do I think will happen if Uber does acquire GrubHub? Looks like this deal will go through. I don't see that the government stopping this deal. There's no reason for this deal to be stopped. Like, it's not like, Uber's will have a monopoly. There's still a couple food delivery, companies out there. If Uber does acquire GrubHub, Postmates is going to be the last small company out there. And DoorDash is going to be in the situation, they're going to have to buy Postmates. Because just think about this. Think about if Uber bought GrubHub and then Uber turned around and got Postmates. Then DoorDash would be at a really bad disadvantage. So looks like if Uber does buy GrubHub, it would be in DoorDash's best interest to scoop up Postmates. Because Uber has the cash, and also Postmates hasn't went public yet, so I don't know how that's gonna go down. They were supposed to go public this year, but with the whole Rona situation going on, I wouldn't imagine them just going public this year. That's just my guess. Maybe things could change, but now let's look at the future here. if Uber acquires GrubHub, I think that Uber would probably just keep them separate. This is just my guess, that Uber would just keep them separate because GrubHub, it's already set up. Like, they already have their own app. They already have their own register system at all the different stores that they have. GrubHub operates in other markets that Uber is not in. So it wouldn't be in Uber's best interest to make it all Uber in those markets. And that would also cost Uber a lot of money to make it all Uber in those markets. It would just be best if they just left it alone. I hear a lot of people, especially in Facebook groups, just really upset because they're concerned, will they make less money if this happens? Will they make less money? Because I have heard people making way more money on GrubHub versus Uber Eats. I hear people making bank on Uber Eats, but I hear more people having more success with GrubHub versus Uber Eats. And I just really hope that things don't change too much when this merger goes through. That's just my guess. I really hope things don't change, but thought I would make a video talking about this whole situation that's going on. Uber is looking to scoop up GrubHub and make another company. Yeah, but anyway, if you like this video, give your homeboy Jermaine a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and peace out, yo.